Welcome everybody. So you all like my early metagame talks from my local format. Alright, so this is going to be my first real rundown of I got to leave my house and stop packaging orders for a whole afternoon to play in my first local event, and I went and played the Spirals. Now, I had a lot of fun. My matchups were really nice, and surprisingly, these deck boxes are really loose, and your shit will fall out if you're... Alright, well, do it a lot worse, because I don't want to knock the stuff out. Alright, let's dig on into this little discussion about local, shall we? Alright, so, we took Spirals to locals, ladies and gentlemen, and we are playing Michael State's list. I was like, you know what, I'm going to just net deck, we're gonna test this out, and we're gonna go with it. So, formerly you guys saw me playtesting Loondrides build a lot, actually. If you saw me at the Indie Regional, I was playing on the side with a lot of people. I was going through like danger combos and things like that. I do miss the dangers a lot in this deck. Actually, really saddens me that I don't get the chance to really play the dangers. They're very good cards for what they actually are, and it would be nice to get the chance to put those back in the deck. So let's talk about the build, what I played against, and yikes, the format. So round one was actually against Blue Eyes. Literally, I know this is a meme, all right? Like, this is the meme. Okay, so I was against Blue Eyes, and we took 20 minutes to play, but I was 19 of those minutes. I think I made my opponent sit there. Yeah, my opponent sat there for 19 minutes as I comboed with Spiral. That's sad. All right, like, and that's not even bad towards my opponent. Like, I understand. Like, you didn't open a hand trap. I got it. Like, what can you do when you end on, like, Appaloosa, Trigate, all that other bad stuff? And I also hadn't played the deck this week, so I ended on, like, Appaloosa, Phoenix with the Super Agent on the side, because I forgot that Resort could search for Super Agent. So I messed up the whole U-Log. But, you know, it doesn't matter, because Sleeper, Appaloosa, all the fun shenanigans, doesn't matter. Deck rewards you, okay? That's a side note to note here for everybody that wants to play this deck. Don't worry, it's foolproof. As long as you can drop a sleeper on the field, as long as you can take away resources from your opponent, put a sleeper on the field, and, you know, like, live through, like, a Book of Eclipse or something like that, it's really good, actually. So, sleeper, completely foolproof. The second round was against Galaxy. So let me tell you about Ryan, I am so sorry. Like, it was his first time seeing what Spiral did, and he was just Appaloosa, Trigate, Double Helix, Phoenix, Sleeper, Last Resort, Field Spell, DD Crow, and Ham. What do you do? What do you do? It doesn't matter. Like, Galaxy Eyes can put up some... The big beat sticks kind of scared me in the beginning, because I'm really not sure what his deck does. I get it. It makes cool things, puts negates on the field. Game 2, he put Nova and the Soul Flare on the field with a back row, but I just played through all of it. Like, I had to evenly bait out the, what's it called? The Infinity, and then we just kind of played from there. So, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately. Round 3 was surprisingly the struggle out here. I played against Marincess. Now, it wasn't the Marincess cards that were the problem. It was the double Called by the Grave and the impermanence that I had to go through. So, on top of losing the dice roll, I lost game 1 because of the worst brick house I've seen. My top 4 matches also Brick City, but that's fine. Alright, so we ended up losing... we lost game 1 just because, like, shenanigans. Game 2, I almost got 2-0'd by Marincess. I love State's List, but one of the problems I see with State's List is how do you beat an imperm and double Called by the Grave? At this point, my entire comment section is like, your opponent's just better than you, Robbie. You're a loser. Learn to get good. I know. Like, your quick fix gets called by the grave. Your master plan gets called by the grave. You know what you do to start trying to win the game? You summon Tough and put a last resort on the thing. Alright? And you go to town, like the duelist that you are. You know, you have your drones stack. Drones, my opponent had it worse than I. I ended up killing my opponent with Tough because I drones him the turn before. His deck was Ash, Blossom, Marincess, Wave, and Imperm. Alright? None of those cards are a monster, by the way. So, a good one. Like, yeah, you can set the Ash, but, like, Tough is gonna blow it up. You know what I mean? So, like, it doesn't... It was so bad. Like, he actually got, like, 4 turns of Tough beats. Then I normal summoned the Armageddon Knight and killed him on the last turn. Like, yeah, that happens. Game 3, we had the nuts. Like, the deck actually went, go. So, yeah, called by the grave. Okay, so I think everybody that's played Spyral this format or talks about playing Spyral, if you hit the right thing, you call by the grave, the quick fix, you ash at the correct time, or you DD Crow. Now, remember, if you have the mission down with the red car, don't wait there and try to DD Crow, because as soon as I activate the car and I have the mission down, I'm just going to chain the mission to revive the plan anyway. So that's kind of the bad point to hit it in the combo, but that doesn't come up all that much, I feel. It's not all the time that your opponent has the duel down, but it can happen. Our final round was against Salad. And he opened up, Salad opened up, well, first up I lost the dice roll, and I like, whoo, what do you expect? Alright, so he ended up with like 5 negates, double Balinix down. This man had the nuts. Alright, like, even if I opened up a really good Spyral hand, I think I would have had an issue, because he had 5 negates on the field. Had the Roar, the Rage, the Imperms, had an Ash in hand. It was not a good day. I think I opened up double Foolish Burial Goods, Last Resort. Oh god, we didn't have another monster. It was all Badville at that point. And then game 2, I was like, alright, cool. You know, like, I'm going first, I'm playing against Solid. We're gonna board in Solemn Judgments. I opened up, oh god, it was so bad. I opened up like Magician's Soul, double Solemn Judgment, and some other stuff. Well, we didn't have the revival card to get to the master plan, so I'm just in dead water with the master plan, unable to, you know, stake it back on the field. My souls got ashed. That was a bad time. I remember at some point in the game I had to end up making a Princess Sprite. The Princess Sprite milled a souls, and then the second time it got ashed. So, you know, Solemn Judgment can only buy you 2 turns of negates. Like, the Judgments were really good, alright? Like, I have no regrets siding in the Judgments, especially going first. But when your deck doesn't combo, when you don't draw into things, that's kind of what it is. The deck has a very, very big consistency issue. I get it. Alright, like, it's a glass cannon. Alright, when the glass shatters, you go everywhere. You lose. So that's the biggest thing I took away from my first real tournament experience playing Spyral at the moment is, yeah, you're a glass cannon. Oh, heck yeah, you are. To the people that are talking about Nibiru being a very good card to side against the deck, yes and no. Depends. The biggest thing with Spyral is I can make the Appaloosa at the 5th summon, or I can make the Appaloosa much later. It depends. It depends on the hand. Like, I hate to say that. Like, I can't genuinely be like, oh yeah, you should side in the Nibiru. It depends on how the Spyral player opened. It depends on the amount of interruptions and things like that. Like, sometimes we just have to ask backwards our combo just to start. Like, sometimes we're just not on the most successful hand. So, I think probably for the betterment of the results, it is something worth exploring. But it's kind of up in the air. Now, on a side note here, I still have Striker together. I love Striker. I think this deck is a very fun control deck. We'll see if we get some innovation cooking for this. Kind of waiting to see more results and see what people are messing around with for the deck. But it's I'm still keeping it together. I'm interested with what is to come from that. So something else to look forward to. But yeah, that's my first Spiral experience. What do you guys think? Please comment down below to what you guys think. Well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.